fight against Johnson, I can't remember. I got his first name here. It's Taekwon Johnson. He seemed to
Mhm.
be running away for most of the fight, so it was really hard to engage with him at points, even though you got to him towards the end. But how do you deal with a guy that's running away from the ring, keeping that distance against you, and you trying to cut it, especially with, your height disadvantage in there?
Mhm.
How do you cut that distance?
Um,
You know,
See, I
tr
don't even feel like I was like at first I was thinking that was my best fight. That might have been my best camp. But like now, like I'm on like just a totally different level. Like I'm more understanding of like the pro game and stuff like that. But what I was doing that fight, just trying to, I could have cut the ring off a lot more. Cutting the ring off. A lot of times, a lot of fighters when they throwing punches, one thing that we're working on is you can throw punches to like where they're going, or you can use your jab. Like while the jab's so important is if they keep going a certain way, you can throw your jab there. Come over with your right hand or whatever the case is. But coming in behind my jab, cutting off the ring, and just not rushing, being I guess you could say being dumb. You don't want to just be dumb and just rush in there. Get
Yeah,
frustrated.
yeah,
So just staying calm. Um, I'm doing 6 rounds now. Going to move up to 8 soon. So it's kind of hard to be patient in 4 round fights.
yeah.
That's why we really didn't like doing 4 round fights a lot because it's still kind of amateurish. But now that we got more rounds to work with, just staying calm, collected, taking our time, picking our punches good, and then yeah.
Yeah, and I saw in that fight, you at first you started a little bit off the back foot from
Mhm.
what I remember. He was attacking you, and then once you got to him, he quickly realized that he couldn't hang in there
Yeah.
with you with your power
Mhm.
compared to his because you had another level of power compared to him. And then he
Mhm.
started going on that back foot and staying away,
Yeah.
and then you really got to him and started putting some damage on, and then you started to even showboat. So how did it
Yeah.
feel to have that moment there where you could,
Yeah.
celebrate a little bit in the ring, put your
Yeah.
hands up. I even saw you windmilling
Yeah.
a little bit. How'd that feel, man?
Oh man, that fight, it was just a lot going on. Everything cool now, but I just kind of like felt like disrespected in a way because it's like he wanted to have like his pro debut on me, and like we all knew each other, and that's why it was kind of like I wouldn't really say personal, but I mean I guess you could say personal because like a lot of people that was cool with him, and I just kind of felt like disrespected, like oh like you think you about to just have your pro debut on me, like you're not
Hmm.
gonna work your way in there, so. I got my, it was a little bit, emotional, emotions intact, and stuff like that. But yeah, I was just going with the flow, man. I was just going with the flow, man. But it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, and I'm sure you got what you needed, man. Yeah,
Yeah, I got what I
he
needed.
learned his lesson of not to mess with you, at least, or get in the ring with you
Definitely.
on his first fight, right?
Yeah,
So
we cool now though, but he hasn't fought since.
you, you guys haven't fought since?
Nah,
Gotcha.
well, he hasn't fought since.
Oh, he hasn't fought
Yeah,
since, so that was
hasn't
it.
fought
That was
since.
his only fight.
Hmm.
Gotcha. So, in another fight against Cameron Rick Holmes, you utilize, well, in every fight, you utilize a lot of head movement to try to cut in, and cut that distance, like we had mentioned. At times, you even bend your knees down and go all the way to the
Hmm.
ground,
Hmm.
fully bent knees and move your head around, kind of like
Yeah,
Pernell Whitaker from what
yeah.
I saw. Kind of
Hmm.
reminds me of how he would move. Can you just elaborate a little bit about how you use that movement and where you learned, those skills to go all the way down, especially ducking hooks
Yeah,
is what I see
yeah.
you most effective there. Is when somebody throws a hook, you can duck it really easily. So how do you practice that, and how do you get those
Um,
that ability?
well, I gotta, pay homage to like, one of my old coaches, my second coach, Coach Wayne. That's one of the things that we worked on a lot, in the later part of my amateur career. And just and then actually also sparring shorter people too. Because I know
Okay.
I'm short, but I spar shorter people, and I kind of learn from it. I'm like, this is frustrating me. So I can only imagine if I do it to like taller people that I'm fighting.
Yeah.
So just picking up things from my amateur career and coaches and stuff like that, and it just frustrates them, man. They want you to like taller fighters. They want you to stand tall. When you're getting low, they feel like they really can't hit you, or they're punching down. They don't want to punch down because they feel like I'm gonna come over with an overhand or I'm gonna come over with the hook, and
Yeah.
then that helps me set up my body punches and stuff like that. So, just my amateur career and my coaches, man.
Yeah. I think you have very good head movement, man. And like I said, you're not always on the back foot, but when you are on the back foot, you can still succeed there
Mm-hmm.
as well as you can on the hunt, on the front foot trying to hunt the guy down. But another fight, I mean, yeah, against Castellano, which I believe that was your second fight, right?
Yeah, 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 Cassiano,
Yeah.
yeah.